My name is Gabriela from Tulip Art Designs, and you are absolutely welcome or welcome back on my creative channel here. And today is day 9 from our ink and watercolor advent calendar, and I am so excited about it. So let's just see what do we have today. Consider subscribing for my channel so you will not miss any other video. Let's dive in. So let's see, what do we have on day 9 from our ink and watercolor advent calendar. We have the Christmas ornament. It's a very nice one. I used very fun watercolor sketching techniques, so let's get started. And before we start sketching, I just want to tell you that everything about the supplies is in one of the preparation videos, and it will be listed below, so you can definitely check it out. Now, I want to encourage everyone that if you are using different supplies than what I have, you can definitely keep going and use these daily prompts as a, as an inspiration to just get creative every day in this festive month. Let me just show you what we have already before we start sketching our Christmas ornament. We have the oranges and the candy cane, and we have the cinnamon and some gingerbread cookie. These were our last 2 days, so let's just start here with our Christmas ornament. I am just using some clips to, fix my sketchbook and to make it easier for me. I want to draw a circle, and for this I will just use this thing. You can use any circle shape you have. You can also just sketch circle, but because I really want the perfect circle this time, I will use this. These candles are just amazing. Okay, so that's my pencil sketch. I will have this thing on the top, like this, and I also have this part, and we will just hang it somewhere in the air. Okay, if you cannot really sketch, you don't really like the part with the pencil sketch, this will be available on my Patreon as a printable, so you can download, print and use, transfer it on a watercolor paper, and then just trace and continue creating. All my members will be able to download this. So now what I will do, I will ink my circle, because I really like this sketchy style. I'm just going back and forth with my pen. If you really like smooth lines, you can definitely do a smooth continuous line. If you have your own style, you can definitely do it. Otherwise, you can just follow my steps. I'm always encouraging people to get creative and use the supplies they have and just try something new, or use this as an inspiration to sit and you know, paint or draw in your own style. Okay, let me just ink the hanging part. I will add a few detail lines here on both sides, just to give a direction of my shape that it's around it. Okay, and then this little thing. So I'm just inking the whole part following the sketch. Okay, I will grab my eraser and clean up the pencil lines, because I know if you're following me for a while, you probably already know this. If not, then if you leave the pencil sketch and start adding watercolor on top of it, then the watercolor will work as a mask and you will not be able to erase the pencil lines after that. Okay, now let me just grab my brush, and with only clean water I will paint. I will just add water all over my circle. If I leave a white spot, that's going to be fine. I'm going sketchy. I want it nicely wet, but I don't want to have puddles. Okay, something like this. I will use two colors this time. I have Prussian blue and I have my alizarin red. You can use any red and blue you have, or any red and blue you like. You can try them on a separate sheet of paper just to see if you like the combination, because you have different tones of blue, just different colors, and you also have different reds. So let's start with the blue, and I will just start tapping it around the edge, and I will enjoy how this paint just moves around. Okay, just like this. I'm not even trying to think about the shape. I'm not trying to think about shadows. I am just adding it around the edge. I then pick more pigmented color and keep adding it gently. I am not pushing too much with my brush. I am using only my tip, just like this. I will wash my brush and take some red. I use kind of a quite pigmented color, and then I will add it on top of it and let it just bleed in the water. They will blend, and I just leave it. I will tap a little bit here. I will take more of this red paint, and I will go one more time here around the edge. You can move your paper like this, so the paint will move even more. Okay, that's everything. Okay, I want a little bit of Payne's gray to just add here. on my hanging part. Keep in mind that if your red is still wet and if you touch it with the Payne's gray, it will bleed. I am not bothering too much about this, and I will even touch it in 1 or 2 places and let it bleed. If you don't like such an effect, you have to wait for your red to dry completely. Now, because I have too much water here, I will dry my brush and pick up a little bit of this excess water here. And I am making this only with the tip of the brush, very gently. So I am not taking off too much of the pigment, but only this excess water, okay? If you push too much, then you will lift more of the paint, including the pigment, so it will get lighter. Okay, just like this. I will wash my brush and leave it on the side. Now, before I add my details, I want this to be completely dry because we are going to use the Jelly Roll pen. You can also use a brush and bleed proof white or gouache if you like painting more, but I really like sketching, so I will use my Jelly Roll pen for this part. Okay, now that this is dry, we can continue with our details. You can see that once the watercolor dries, it gets lighter, so don't be worried to add more pigment on your page. I will take my Jelly Roll pen and I will add some details. If you want, you can definitely get the sketch that I already prepared from on my Patreon and just use the lines, or you can also sketch something you like, right? I am sketching very gently like this, and because I am sketching on top of the watercolor, I will very gently erase some of the lines. Then okay, let's see if I see something or not, but I have here something like this. I will make it thicker by adding a second line, just like this. I will fill it with white. Definitely, if you have let me just show you this kind of a marker, it can also do the job. It's going to be easier just because it's a thicker marker. But if you don't have such a marker, because I already said in the supplies video that I will try to stick to my 6 supplies, you can definitely do this only with the Jelly Roll pen. And want to challenge you here and ask you to go take out some of your favorite Christmas tree ornaments and maybe take the decoration of the Christmas ball from a Christmas ornament that you have. Okay, but if you are not feeling into these kind of challenges right now, just follow the tutorial. That's also definitely fine. Okay. I am sketching very carefully with this one because it might has a liquid. Do I say this correctly? And also, watercolor sketching techniques are about trying and exploring. So if you have some other white supply at home, definitely take it out and try adding your details on top of it. If it's a white watercolor, it will probably not do the job. But if you have acrylic, gouache, bleed proof white, any marker like this one, the Jelly Roll pen, of course, they will do the job perfectly. Okay, I also have one here. If you paint your base colors darker, then for sure the white details will look nicer because the contrast will be bigger. Okay, and let's add one more here, one in the middle. I will add a few dots. So I am adding these details, and you can see that I am just making curved lines. They are not straight. So this gives the feeling that we have a circle shape here, like a globe. I'm trying to make this a bit more contrasted and white. Can we say more white? I guess no. Okay. And just one more here. I think that's about it. You can go a second time for sure, because it's a bit transparent, so when it dries I can see through. Okay, I want my pen to just add here this outline. Okay, of course I really like splatters, so I will take some blue and do a few splatters here on the bottom, and try not to splash the whole page. I have a few splatters on top of the ornament. With a clean and dry brush I will pick this off. Okay, if that was easy. That's the nice thing about watercolor, is that you can fix anything, any mistakes. And watercolor sketching techniques are about allowing yourself to make mistakes. I just took red for the splatters on top of it. Okay, so I have blue splatters on the bottom and a red splatters on the top. It's just my preparation. You can go with one color everywhere. I tried to, you know, paint only on half page, so this will stay for tomorrow. And let's take a red, or no, let's take blue for our day 9 here. That's nice. And I think that's it. That was it for day 9. I hope you liked it, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something. Consider subscribing for my channel for a lot more content like this. Follow me on the other platforms and check out my Patreon for exclusive weekly classes and more inspirational content that can teach you how to unleash your artistic voice. So okay. I think that's everything for today. I will see you tomorrow in day 10 and have a nice day. Bye.